When you're a high performing athlete, you've been through the trenches, and to get to where you are now, you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and it's really been taken over most of your life, especially from a young age. And so, a lot of times, especially at the elite level, uh, folks tend to have a lot of the other stuff fade back into the background, and they really only view themselves as the person that's out on the field. And that there's a big struggle between who am I, be
Mhm.
it the on and off the field persona. We're not just an athlete or high performer or whatever, because when once that athletic career does end, because it will end at some point, and it is
Mhm.
finite. We're then going to have to figure out how to reintegrate into the world and have another sense of purpose, which is really important to think about the entire way.
Certainly, from a sports perspective, our bodies give out. We're not able to perform at the level that we've been doing it. Injury can happen, it can take us out very quickly. So there's no transition, there's no preparation for it. And certainly, when injury happens, not only are we working from an identity management where we can be depressed physiologically, we're not working out, we're not hanging out with our team, we're not belonging, we can feel isolated, we can also have the fear of being left behind in terms of somebody else taking our spot.
When an athlete is reaching the end of the career, from a choice. So the big thing here is to think about an end of a career, it being on purpose or your desire or choice, and then one that's happening that's not by choice, be it injury, you're being cut, being traded, or whatever. Those is two very very separate bears. Because if you have if it's a volitional choice to end, it tends to go a lot easier, and you tend to it's a very mindful process. That there's been some planning involved, where you have gotten that social safety net. You have started to think about what your transferable skills are and what you could do in the future. When things just end abruptly, whew, that can be a lot to take in. And about 20% of athletes tend to struggle or have psychological distress when their career ends, which I'd like to see that number drop precipitously, especially from doing things like this, so that athletes are prepared that, you know, they had the skills, they got to the elite level, but because it is a finite thing, they have to then think of the bigger picture, because unfortunately bad things do happen sometimes, and we have to prepare for that.